This video highlights JD Motorsports and Mike Wallace at Daytona International Speedway. The NASCAR Nationwide Series is the #2 motorsport series on television, averaging 2 million viewers for each race. Additionally, the NASCAR Nationwide Series is the #4 sport on cable television with nearly 37 million unique viewers each year. Approximately 50,000 fans attend each NASCAR Nationwide race, so sit back and enjoy the show.
Shannon, we expected we'd see this 01 car up toward the front tonight.
Yeah, he qualified 7th, and he is having a great race right now. When asked about experience this weekend and how experience plays into a race at Daytona, he said it is valuable. He said, quote, "I don't think you can beat it." What do you guys think? Dale, you've turned a couple of laps around this track.
Cars in this lead group, slicing and dicing. Mike Wallace in the 01 leading for the moment.
Take a little bit of an evasive action and actually got off of Harvick's bumper, so they're falling back once again.
And that's one of the problems that you have in this style of racing. The back car can actually shove the car in front of them into trouble when they can't see it.
Mike Wallace. Heartbreak for Mike Wallace as we are under caution for the second time in the Subway Jalapeno 250. Mike running in 6th position. Coming up on Sam Hornish just off pit road and lapping slower cars.
Yeah, there's just only so much room. We saw them racing 4 wide earlier, but when you get cars that have that much speed difference, it just makes it very, very difficult if you slow down and give yourself opportunity to miss it, and he did that.
That front splitter on that 01 car was at an odd angle when he was driving back around.
That's the biggest thing they need to worry about. They can fix that. They're just going to need to spend some time on pit road to do it.
Cautions so far, 12 different leaders, 17 lead changes. This the second of 2 cautions. Mike Wallace getting clipped in a traffic jam.
He made up 15 spots in one. Uh-oh, Mike's got something dragging. Yeah. Mike Wallace does in that 01. Check out Mike Wallace, sparks and all, driving all the way up through this pack.
How about Mike Wallace, who spun down there? We saw sparks flying earlier. Looked like he bent the
splitter was straight up.
Yeah. There he is up the top 5.
The splitter's still bent up.
Well, it's not getting any air right now. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what's going to happen if he ever gets to the front.
That might have bent it back down.
This has stayed more of a big pack because nobody has just kind of stayed together here. Everybody's swapping around, and when they make these switches, they're just slowing them down so much. Watch out going through the trial. Well, that's close.
How about Mike Wallace back in the lead with Harvick pushing?
Well, a year ago in this race, Joey Logano got spun out 25 laps into it.
That's right, he did.
And came back and won. Mike Wallace got spun out 40 laps into this one tonight. Now he's back in the lead.
You got to hand it to Johnny Davis's team. They don't have the resources, not even close to what these top teams do. And to come here and run like they have tonight is very impressive.
Yeah, they knew. Mike Wallace said during our qualifying show that they knew this was their chance to really shine big, to try to attract some more sponsorship for that race team, because Mike Wallace is so good. They got a great engine from the Childress operation. So they did everything, put all their eggs in one basket.
It's a wild story. It's about the 01 car of Mike Wallace. I mean, spinning and up there, running along. And one might ask, why is Kevin Harvick and Mike Wallace so hooked up? Harvick hired Mike last year to drive his truck, and Mike went on to win that race at Talladega. So there's a lot of confidence between these 2 drivers right here.
Here we go.
The big one.
And we anticipated it. 3 wide wasn't going to last.
Nicole, I kept telling you.
You did. You were right. We just waited a little bit longer.
Look at the carnage. The accident happening right at the front of that James Buescher, Mike Wallace.
There's so much Kevin Harvick. They're pushing somebody else, pushing them into the trouble. Roderick's car is destroyed in the front. It's like Mike Wallace went down to the bottom and caught the Buescher. And everybody piles in.
And like you said, Dale, trying to affect that switch. And while they were hung, well, at least 14 cars, and a lot of them contenders to win, involved in the big race.
And the good news, Alan, is he's okay. The bad news is you had a great run going, all for naught. What happened? Well, it appears, I mean, Harvick had pushed me all night long, and I got to pushing him to lead the race, and then I needed to get cooled down, and I guess I screwed up. I made the switch on the front straightaway to the inside, and then I slid back up in front of him, and I don't know, I watched the replay. It looks like I come down just a little bit, and the 30 was there, and so I guess I caused a wreck. I didn't think I did, but you know, it's the swap and the worrying about water temperature. I mean, it's fun racing, but it's hard racing because you got to worry about the temperature of the car. You push a guy, and then you got to get off of him, and just didn't get off the right way. And then looked like we were all clear. Everything was going to be good, and then they checked up and got tagged in the left rear quarter panel, and I turned it around. And it's a real shame. You know, everybody from JD Motorsports, G&K Services, Smith Transport, Brad Willard, and my friends Greg and Tino Farben helped us out this week. And you know, it's just, darn it. I mean, what do we got to do to finish these races? We run up front. We got back to the front, did everything I thought we were supposed to do, and I guess we just made an error, made a little bit of an error, and closed the hole up in the 30. Looked like it was coming hard, and we were still okay there. You know, it just kind of touched, and but then got tagged in the left rear, and that's just, I guess we should, if we wouldn't have caused the change, it would have never stacked up.
Mike Wallace, Alan, very disappointed, but you got to admire his honesty.
Daytona will break your heart. High speed, high risk racing in these big packs in the draft.